last night and this morning, I'm doing my homework before we go live here at 9 a.m. And my mission was to find a way Sean Strickland gets this done.
Strickland really should never be able to beat Adesanya, but he still might. He should
I know, I said that about
never be able to
Duplessis.
beat Adesanya, but he might.
It's not too difficult to call for the main event. Obviously, I'm going to go with the champ, Izzy. I don't know if there's much explanation that needs to be made. Listen, MMA's crazy. Anything can happen. Blah, blah, blah. Upsets there or there. Whatever. But it's just hard for me to see a credible case at this point in time. So give me Izzy.
I'm annoyed at the middleweight division for letting Sean Strickland get as far as he is with his skills unchecked. Like, he shouldn't get to Alex Pereira before someone checks his skill level in striking.
The elbows, the knees, the takedowns. So he has a much more square stance. It works and it doesn't. It's worked for Sean to a certain extent, but when he fights very high-level strikers, that's not going to work. It's not going to work, and we've seen it against Alex Pereira. It was just a matter of time.
I don't think Sean is lacking self-confidence, which is good. I just don't know if he has the skills to beat Izzy, because Izzy is phenomenal.
Izzy is going to control the range. His jab isn't as fast. His reach isn't as long, and he's just not as technical. So I think he's going to have a really, really hard time.
Now, you will say, well, if he grapples, Izzy's, the one chink in his armor is the grappling. Look what Jan did to him. That's not Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland fancies himself a striker, and he's a volume puncher.
He bites on a lot of feints.
He does.
Strickland bites every time. Every time someone goes to throw or feints, he's biting, he's reacting, he's moving his hands. So he's falling into traps of a sophisticated striker like Izzy.
Like I said, dude, anything can happen. MMA's crazy, blah, 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 but it's hard to see a path for him. It really is.
Well, can Strickland land a punch and knock out Izzy? Yeah. Odds of him do it, not freaking good. So if Izzy doesn't take this fight serious, we're going to get a much different fight. Izzy's never shown that in the past. I definitely don't expect him to do that in this fight. He brings that volume, he brings that pace, and he melts guys like he did against Magomedov. And that will work at a certain level until you get to the upper echelon guys, especially with the striking of Izzy, the striking of Alex, where they've seen it all.
He's hard to hit clean. He's hard to hurt. Yeah, we've kind of, been over this a million times, but it's just tough, dude. It's a real tough matchup for him.
100 times out of 100, Sean Strickland shouldn't beat Israel Adesanya, but he might.
We bring pressure. We're tough. We don't really grapple. We don't throw leg kicks. So you have to hope that he can manage the distance, not get hit with a bomb from Izzy, and just keep Izzy on the back of his heels and get him and just aggressively hunt this guy down for 25 minutes. Probably win decision. You're not going to KO him. It's not your thing. He's a decision fighter.
We both predicted Izzy by stoppage. I'm thinking right around round 3 because the more Strickland tries to win this, the more it speeds up his exit. That's the equation when you go into the spider web of counter shots that Izzy weaves.
I think as Sean tries to progress, because Izzy's really good at fighting backwards, he's going to use that jab. He's going to use a lot of leg kicks.
Because Adesanya's going to eat his legs up, which means he can't stand side on Philly shell style because his leg will be too vulnerable.
Going to kick the shit out of those calves, keep bothering him like that, and then get him to obsess about the legs. And then as the fight progresses to round 2, maybe 3, start looking for those big power shots and probably get a finish.
But I think Izzy is just too good, too solid on the feet. I don't think a takedown's going to happen. I think Sean should take him down. But I like Izzy on the feet. He's too clean. I think a finish maybe late in the fight as well, something I might play to try to get this number down. But I like Israel Adesanya.
Izzy should probably be, again, this is no disrespect. This is very black and white, just analytical thinking. To me, Izzy should probably be somewhere in the ballpark of minus 2,000.
I'm going to go with the girl that took me to the dance, Israel Adesanya, money line. Don't see another outcome here.
Like you said, Rick, I feel like it is going to be Ant still.
You got to go Izzy here. He's a nearly 7-1 underdog.
I think minus 2,000 is probably more realistic.
I don't see it. I'm picking Adesanya.
Who would you go for? Who are you picking?
Well, I'm picking Adesanya.
So you're going Adesanya as well? Or are you thinking Sean Strickland?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I do see a finish. I see a finish later on in the fight. I think Izzy's going to... like he did Paulo Costa when he dry humped the crap out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he's going to have something lined up.
He's going to have some
ready.
fun for sure.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of looking.
Said he's gonna
forward to it.
TikTok over his grave.
Last time I did a cool dance, then I knocked him out. This time I'm gonna knock him out and do another cool dance.
For the love of martial arts, Adesanya has to win. Otherwise, we have to rethink the whole thing. Like, I'm not being dramatic, but we have to rethink the whole thing. Because like, if Sean Strickland then eventually gets to Adesanya, then you're like, well, so there's a lot of stuff that we just, if we can do enough to stop you doing what you want to do, I don't have to do very much. I could beat you with a jab and a cross and a hook, because that's what Sean Strickland does. He's got